I used to play guitar and sing, and I used to play in a band, and I used to go to dances to watch the orchestras, you know, how the guitar player played. I didn't know any notes or nothing, but I just watched him where he put his fingers, and I memorized it. When I got home, I tried it, you know, and everything. Yeah, I used to like Glenn Miller. He died in World War II, but I used to listen to them. I was in a hospital in England when he went across the English Channel, and he got lost in the English Channel. They never did find him. I remember Pearl Harbor because I heard about it. In fact, I went to join the Marines, you know, to get into the Marines, me and a guy named Dave Flores, and they took him because he was taller and bigger than I was, and they said I was too young. It was mostly because I was too short. They said the rifle was bigger than I was. So I said, okay. And later on, the Army drafted me, and I went in. When we were expecting the enemy, and we knew, and we picked a spot that was up on a hill so we can look down on them. And then we'd spread the foxholes, you know, around like that. So we had one watching this side, one watching that side, some watching the middle. And then we put the machine guns right up in front. So when the enemy came, you know, we'd have heavy firing. And then you'd put your bayonet on your rifle, because sometimes they overrun a position. They get over close. You just move fast as you can. When I was overseas and guys were getting injured and killed and that, I was up in the mountains there, and I was looking up at the sky, and it was real clear, and I looked up there, and I said, you know, my mother said there's a God somewhere. I said, maybe they're there. And I said, if you're there, I want to go home. I'll be so good, I'll be so nice and everything. I made a desperate promise that I would spend the rest of my life doing volunteer work. And I have, last 60 years doing volunteer work and helping. I remember a lot of times when I was in that foxhole and tired and hungry and scared, and I felt like crying. I thought about my mother. Then I remember in the Hispanic heritage you say, los hombres nunca lloran. Men never cry. So I remembered, I said, no, los hombres nunca lloran, men never cry, so I'm not going to cry. And then when I was injured, I said, well, I think I can cry now. No, the men never cry. And then one time, when I was in a hospital, an officer came over and he says, Morado? Yes, sir. You're moving. I said, oh, okay. I thought, you know, they patch me up, they send you right back to the front line. I said, well, okay. So I told him, I want to go back where my outfit is, whatever it is, 103rd. Drop me off there. I want to be with some of my buddies. He didn't say nothing. And then after a while he said, Morado? I said, yes. You're going home. I started crying. I forgot my Hispanic heritage. Los hombres nunca lloran. I started crying. I blamed that on my American heritage. Llorones, crybabies. 3 years, going home, going home, going home. See my mother and my brother, my sisters, and get away from all this mess here. In a war you destroy, I come back, I want to build. And I felt better. I felt better. I felt like God forgave me and everything. I think I finally forgive myself too. You're fighting for your country. You're fighting for your country and for all the people of your country. You're fighting for your family. I hope that all Americans appreciate the things that World War II veterans went through, for them to live and enjoy the freedoms that they enjoy.